Welcome back, everybody. My name is All Fun and Games. I stream every day on Twitch TV, and I also make fun little videos here on YouTube. Okay, today we're going to be talking about when and when not to really use your Panflute. The video shouldn't take very long, and keep in mind it's all subjective to the situation that you're in. Where do you get the Panflute? If you don't know already, you can retrieve the Panflute from where the Pig King is at, near specifically where you will find Glommer. So, for example, in this world, if I actually reveal the actual map for you, so let me go ahead and do that. Oh, so the spider might start to attack me. That's okay. We don't really have to worry about it too much. I'll give myself some armor here in a second. Okay. And let's go ahead and... I kind of want to trap the spider, but I'm just going to kill it just for the sake of this early part. Hi, spider. How are you doing today? Okay, so if we look on the map here, you can actually tell right away that the Pig King is located here, and near the Pig King specifically, you'll see the Glommer statue, and that's where you're going to find the Panflute. There is always one in every world, so if you go there and the Panflute is not there, chances are probably somebody that joined your world previously has it in their inventory, or you got extremely unlucky and somehow won the lottery of never receiving an actual Panflute. Okay, so if you don't know what the Panflute does, it's basically what it sounds like it does. It has 10 uses, and when you play it, it will make any enemy fall asleep around you. So, of course, here we got a little butterfly. Let's go ahead and play it. Well, the butterfly is not going to fall asleep because our characters love butterflies. Play it again, and it's making the bird fall asleep, which, because birds are technically neutral, I think they're neutral, or I don't really know. But I don't know why birds fall asleep. I mean, they're not really our enemies. They're not trying to attack us. But the thing is, you don't really want to be going around and using it because although it only has 10 uses, getting another one is not as easy as it sounds. You can do things to reconstruct and repair the Panflute, which require a deconstruction staff to then take the Mandrake and then remake another Panflute, but that's just complicated, and let's not get started on that because that's for another video. Okay, as our videos are obviously trying to stay as limited as possible, just basically focusing on why you should and why you should not use it on certain items. Okay, so when should you use your Panflute? Well, obviously, if you're in a situation that you cannot get out of. So, for example, if you're literally being attacked by a Deerclops or something that you can't get out of and you're struggling and running away, you're just going to want to make sure that the Deerclops is now sleeping. Then you can run away and do whatever you want. Keep in mind, it's not ideal to do that either because you can probably kill most of those bosses, so you can save it for one of the biggest bosses that it's used for, which is the Dragonfly. The Dragonfly does need the Panflute, well, technically should have the Panflute in order to kill it, because when the Dragonfly goes in rage mode, you definitely are going to want to have a Panflute on you in order to keep it nice and cool. However, there are other ways to do that and blah, 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 but just overall, make sure you're not using the Panflute on small things like a few spiders here and there. Of course, if you have let's go ahead and spawn it in. And we have a spider that's just roaming around. Let's just spawn in 2 just for the heck of it. And we go ahead and make the spiders fall asleep. We're using 10% of our Panflute just for nothing when we literally could have walked up to these spiders and killed them. And let's just show you how that would have went down. So you have 2 spiders on you, and yes, maybe they'll attack you, maybe they won't. But if you sync up their attacks, you could easily stun lock spiders and kill them with whatever weapon you really want to do with. So just remember, there are ways around not having to use your Panflute. So save them for emergencies only, if you can help it. Of course, you know, if you're playing Don't Starve Together for the first time and you want to use it to your advantage. If you're getting attacked by hounds a lot, go ahead and use it. Why not, right? Eventually down the road, you might end up dying and restarting your world anyways. So get used to using it, but only in situations that you actually need to. Keep in mind, there is a range. As you can see, I'm using Insight Mod. It's showing a giant circle around me. That means that anything within that range will obviously have an effect. So the bird is not going to have an effect, but if I get a little bit closer and I do it again, now the bird will fall asleep. So there is a range on the Panflute. It does not represent how big your screen is. There's actually a small circle, invisible circle around it that you won't see, and that will actually help you a little bit if you are trying to use anything when a boss is off screen. So yes, use it in case of emergencies, not in case of just because. And otherwise, just remember that you cannot put your friends to sleep, so you're not going to do anything with Panflutes trying to obviously PvP people unless PvP is enabled. Then I believe it does work. But anyways, thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next video.